Once the print is completed, before opening the door, we have to wait for the part to cool down. And in order to access the temperature, we will go to the state. And here, you can see the measured value being at 16 degrees Celsius. So we need to wait before this value goes below 70 degrees Celsius. So the next step, when we open the door, we don't open it fully, but just a little bit, and let the operator to walk away from the forming chamber and stand at a distance of around at least 2 meters and wait for 5 to 10 minutes for any nitrogen gas that is still remaining in the forming chamber to be released. So then the ventilation system should soak it, and after we wait for 5 to 10 minutes, we can actually go and work with the model in the printing chamber. First of all, you can see we have the new clean powder and the dirty powder on the sides. So in this particular case, we don't have an ATEX explosion-proof vacuum cleaner, so we'll show the manual way of doing this. So we're collecting the dirty gray powder, and then we will put it into a plastic container because we don't really want it as part of our used powder which we put into the sieving station. So this is the powder which we simply collect, and then according to the local regulations in your particular region, you would either utilize it or keep it in those containers. But we don't use the same workflow on this dirty powder that we would use on the clean powder. And so with the clean powder, we simply push it into the slots that we have here, and here's the part which we've just printed. And so the goal is to simply push all the powder remaining into the slot, so that then it goes through the tubes into the 2 containers which we showed earlier, so that we can then engage them in the sieving station. So the major tip would be to actually invest into an ATEX vacuum cleaner. We think that it greatly simplifies the process, and you will have as little direct exposure to the powder yourself as possible. The next step for us is to actually take the build platform out of the build chamber. So in order to do that, we need to release the standing platform so we can roll it over and provide some space for the forklift to access the build chamber. To get the build platform out of the build chamber, we will disassemble the forklift. We no longer need those parts. The next step is we take the build platform out of the machine. Please do not try to do it manually, because the build platform is extremely heavy, so we can only engage the forklift for this operation. So we do it in small steps. gradually releasing the forklift from the build platform.